Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Darren Crawley. I'm the Channel Account Manager for Cloud4 Partners at Ascari, and I'd like to welcome you to today's webinar entitled More Than E-Commerce, How Combining a Flexible Digital Ordering Platform with SAP Business One Helps Your Customers to Sell Smarter. I'd like to welcome in a few moments our guest for today, our guest speaker, Graham O'Rourke, CEO of Aphix Software. For those not in the know, Aphix is a partner of Cloud4 Partners and Ascari, who are experts in both e-commerce and digital ordering platforms, and they've helped literally hundreds of B2B companies and wholesale companies to work more efficiently and more effectively through the technology they deploy over the cloud. Before we start today's webinar and presentation, one thing I just wanted to draw your attention to as delegates is that all delegates are on mute at the moment. However, we do welcome the opportunity for you to ask questions during today's session. So if you would like to utilize the comments box on your GoToWebinar display, you can collate and send any questions during the next 20 minutes or so. And at the end of the webinar, we'll have a very brief 5 to 10 minute Q&A to cover any questions off. So without further ado, we'll just move on to the agenda for today. So there are actually 4 areas of focus. First, very much focused on opportunity for our wider partner network, and also looking at differentiation. So what can give you the edge in what is a very competitive marketplace? In addition, Graham will go through a case study for Aphix Software, a very successful case study with United Hardware. And finally, we'll give you a very brief and high-level glimpse of how the technology itself actually works through a live demonstration. As I've already mentioned, we will then go to a brief Q&A. So in that respect, I'd like to hand over to you, Graham.
Great. First of all, thanks very much to Cloud4 Partners and Darren for setting up the webinar. We're thrilled to be here today. Welcome to all of you who've joined. My name is Graham O'Rourke. I'm the CEO of Aphix Software. We are SAP Silver Partners, and we have a real passion for digital ordering, growing up in the B2B space. But as we know, it's a very fast-moving world, and wholesalers, distributors, and retailers are under a lot of pressure. And a key actual decision for them in terms of upgrading or choosing a new ERP system sometimes can actually be about the digital offering. So we hope to show you today how we see that opportunity from the customer's point of view, from your point of view as a partner, and from our product's point of view in terms of how we support that. So first of all, our core mission, just a little bit about us, is that we help wholesalers sell smarter. So wholesalers may well also be retailers, as we know, but they have a particular issue where Business One is managing the warehouse and the inventory really, really well, but they're under pressure to turn around deliveries faster, to deliver better customer service, to grow in a digital world. And that, we believe, needs a really well integrated solution. It also brings its own challenges because with internationalization, with growth to new markets, and with the speed of change of technology, wholesalers often are looking for the next thing to give them an edge in the market. So we'll cover that today. Just on our background, we have over 180 customers across the UK and Ireland, a number of customers further afield, including across continental Europe and in New Zealand. But our core focus is really on the UK and Irish market. We've been in business for 4 years, so we're fairly well established in the market now. We've been a SAP Business One partner now for 12 months, with a number of partners such as Ascari and Cloud for Partners, and we're very excited to talk to you all today. So, what is the digital opportunity? So I guess just if we look at some stats, first of all, really the UK e-commerce landscape, if you look back even 2 years ago, 2016, B2C retail sales online were approximately £142 billion. B2C was edging towards 100 billion there, 94 billion in online B2B sales, predominantly through website solutions. With 80% of all UK shoppers regularly or occasionally shopping online. So the digital change is the pace. We all know that. I'm speaking to the converted. But when you look at what's happening in the States, which is a reflection of what's happening in the UK market as well, is that somewhere around 15 to 35% increase in transaction size can be achieved when those retailers or wholesalers look at omni-channel strategies. So what we're seeing is in the retail side, much more diversification. Products need to be sent out to marketplaces, to Amazon, to eBay, on their own website, on apps. So we're seeing much more diversification in terms of digital markets. And then that puts a pressure on the retailer in this case to follow suit. But what they get in return is actually an increase in the average transaction size, the average sale, and an increase in loyalty as people do move around, and also they find those products on the place that's most convenient for them to buy them. Now, B2B, as we know, will follow that trend. So, for example, by 2025, Forrester predicts that B2B e-commerce will outpace B2C online sales. So it's starting from a lower base, but growing faster. But interestingly, and I guess the point of today, is that those B2B buyers will follow the retail trends. And already we're seeing, the screw fix model, people using apps to place orders and pick up in store. We're seeing more and more digitization of the sales rep on the road. We're seeing obviously the continued growth in e-commerce, and we're seeing Amazon and others come into the B2B marketplace. So now we see that we need to actually service all of that. So how do we do it? And I guess that's part of our USP in Aphix. We want to try and help you, the Business One reseller, to answer those questions for your customers. So if you look back in history a little bit, we'll see that once upon a time, online ordering was just a standalone website. So first generation B2C retail website. Second generation maybe came along 5-6 years ago. We see people like Magento come onto the scene. Better, richer functionality, but still a technology that your customer has to own. They need to pay an agency, they need to look after it, they need to patch it and upgrade it. It can be complex and difficult to run. Third generation systems, as people like Shopify took a look at the cloud and said, look, hey, businesses don't want to own this technology, they just want to operate it and they want it to be easy. So where Aphix fits in is that we see us offering all the benefits of a true cloud platform. So a Shopify for B2B, if you like. So ensuring that the integration with Business One is not just there day one, but is managed as a true cloud platform, i.e. we're responsible for compliance to ensure that as Business One upgrades, our product is compliant. Specialist knowledge of the sector, obviously, a SAP partner, managing of that digital inventory, because it has to go to all of those different marketplaces, and we'll talk about that again in a second. And that means e-commerce, but also ordering now means everywhere, apps, omni-channel, new digital marketplaces, website. And together, the Aphix platform and SAP Business One can answer these questions for your customers. So this is what it looks like. The cloud platform is in the center there. So as I say, security, technology, compliance, be that with GDPR or future regulatory compliance, and be that with Business One itself. All of that is taken care of now in a true cloud platform. So customers don't have to worry about that. They're assured that it's going to be safe, secure, scalable, fast, and integrated with Business One. And that real-time integration is really key, because you can see once you have that digital catalog connected to Business One and truly in the cloud, on the left-hand side, we can now take the catalog and launch a customer portal, for example. So a portal where your customers log in and only then see prices and access to inventory. They can self-service, seeing order history, invoices, and statements. Of course, they might want to offer a full B2B web shop or full B2B e-commerce experience, so they can launch a second site. They may have a brand they have the agency for, and they may want to launch a third e-commerce solution. This is all made very easy by the fact that their digital inventory is now in the cloud and connected to Business One. So updates to that catalog, new products, inventory changes, price, stock changes, images and assets are now available to all of those websites and managed centrally in one place for the customer. On the right-hand side are a number of app solutions offered off the platform. That would include field sales, which I will show you later on today, van sales, and even a branded app experience. So if we go back to that Screwfix model where the electrical wholesaler, for example, would like their brand in the App Store, they would like their customers, though, to have their account information on their smartphone. That can be achieved off the Aphix platform. And of course, multiple other channels, be they Amazon, eBay, Facebook, and social selling. So the key here is having a true cloud platform that's well connected to Business One, and the opportunity is with one partner, one SAP partner, to be able to answer all those questions for your customers so that they understand that their investment in SAP and their investment in the platform is secure and wise. So we're offering a much better return on investment because of this model. So just as an example of how this would roll out, here's a customer who's rolled out a B2B global e-commerce website, followed by international websites, a Spanish, French, and German site. Again, not all of those products are shared across all markets. So that cloud platform, the Aphix Cloud, allows that catalog to be sliced and diced and the correct products delivered to the correct markets. They may also use the field sales app, which you can see on the screen, or they may have the branded customer app, allowing their customers who are on the go offline access to the catalog and then live ordering directly into Business One. So you can see that a customer may start in one place. It may be driven by field sales agents and an app that's needed there. It may be driven by an e-commerce website that's B2B, followed by a retail e-commerce solution. But all of that can be achieved with one platform and one partner. So to bring you through a live case study, we're going to look at United Hardware. United Hardware are a 200 million turnover company. They're a hardware wholesaler. They have 200 members around the country, and those members order centrally from United. They're an SAP Business One customer. So United, first of all, had to replace an ordering portal that allowed those 200 members operating independent stores around the country to order centrally. So they turned to the Aphix platform, connected to Business One, and that gave them the flexibility. They've already had 20% more activity in terms of real orders from their members around the country since launching the platform. So they were successfully able to offer that B2B ordering strictly for that closed group of members. And then they said, look, we have the catalog sorted now. We have all the inventory in the cloud on the Aphix platform. How can we take advantage of that for our retail offerings? So the first opportunity was to look at the two retail brands, Home Value and Arrow, which you can see in front of you, and to share those digital assets and to ensure the orders, not just the B2B ones, but the retail orders are placed back into Business One live and in real time. As products become discontinued or are out of stock, of course, that live synchronization ensures that immediately products are taking off the retail offerings. No one has to go and manage 3 and 4 separate websites. All of that is automated between the Aphix platform and the SAP Business One. The members across the country, though, thought we can take advantage of the group's digital catalog. It's on the Aphix platform. how can I, as a store owner, a member of the United Hardware Group, take advantage in my local retail market of that inventory? So what the Aphix platform allows them to do is actually to, for example, publish those products directly onto Facebook. So all of the inventory is already taken care of between the descriptions in Business One, the additional information that might be available on the Aphix Cloud, including all the imagery. They get access to the Aphix Cloud to be able to, you can see here, select a website. In this case, they're selecting Facebook. Yes, please send that product to Facebook. And now we've got retail pricing, product launched on Facebook, online Facebook store, consumer able to access the seasonal products that are pushed through Facebook, and all that inventory managed centrally by United. So as we can see now, United are successfully, with a combination of Business One and the Aphix platform, fulfilling the needs of the B2B needs of their members, fulfilling the retail needs of the general public, and then helping those members who in turn are offering Facebook sales to engage with a local or regional audience. So I'll now turn to a live demonstration, if that's okay. Okay, so what I have is here, as you can see, I have Business One running, and I have two things I want to show you today. One is how our Aphix Sales Rep app is integrated with Business One, which is the app that you can see in front of you here. And just to show the power of the platform, I'm going to also show you how that information is also integrated into a B2B portal. So what we can see in front of us now is a B2B portal that's connected into that Business One. So here is a view, for example, a trade customer may get if I'm the trade customer of a fictitious company, Smart Trader. So I might want to see my live order history coming from Business One. So as I click order history, you'll see there was a small blip, and here are the live sales orders as visible on Business One. So I'm going to look at 498. So we're going to view that order, and we can see here there's one item in that order and it hasn't been shipped yet. And just to prove the integration is real time between the systems, if I move to Business One and I'm going to find that last order, here we go, we've got 498. I might just update the quantity. I'm going to change its order to say it's 2 items, and instead of £85, I'm going to change that to 90. Update the order in that case, and then what we're going to see is on the app, first of all, I'll move into that account, I'll look at my order history, I'll view it, and you'll see the real-time integration there. That order is now changed to 2 items in red because they're not shipped yet at the new unit price. And equally, if I move to my B2B portal and I just reload that page to look at the order, you'll see all the live information has come from Business One and is immediately available to me as a customer. So that's just some of the power of the live integration. Same is true, obviously, of all the pricing. So I can order a product in a number of ways. A quick order, simply typing in product codes, for example, picking products by size, and getting a real-time price from Business One for me, the trade customer, from my price list. I can add those items into the cart, and then they'll be available, and that order is placed live onto Business One. But just to look at the pricing element and just demonstrate the power of that, we take, for example, a product that has quantity breaks. This product here, M01, and just again to show you the live pricing here, we have this product that's on a price list for the customer I'm logged in as. And if we look at here, we can see we have quantity break set up on the product. I'll be very generous now and have a quantity break of 25, and we'll give it a further 12% discount, for example. I'm just going to update that product. And again, when I switch back here and I look at this product now in real time, we can see that the quantity break table has been updated. So be it special pricing, discounting, quantity breaks, pack sizes, all of those features are integrated extremely well with the Aphix platform and work across not just web solutions, but also a lot of the app solutions, this one being the field sales app, others including the smartphone I mentioned earlier on. So that brings me to the limit of my 20-minute time slot. So I might hand back to Darren now for questions, and would be happy to answer any I can.
So bear with me, you should now see my screen with the agenda that Graham's very effectively ran through in the last 20 minutes. In fact, Graham, you've done such a good job. I've not actually got any outstanding questions at the moment, so I'll put out to our audience again if there's any questions that you wish to ask of us today. Please feel free to type into the chat box or into the questions box now, and if we don't get anything in the next couple of minutes, we'll wrap up in accordance with the time frame there. Whilst I'm waiting for any further questions or any questions at all, one of the things I did want to remind the audience today is the fact that we run these webinars on a monthly basis, and they are done at the final Wednesday of each month at midday British Summer Time or GMT. In fact, I've just actually got a question now from Mark. So for products which are configurable, like products that come from different colors or sizes, how do you handle this? Thank you, Mark. Did you want to respond to that, Graham?
Yeah, thanks, Darren, and thanks, Mark. Yeah, so there's full support within the product for what are called configurable products, or sometimes called matrix or index products. So, for example, being able to combine those different products or product codes into one view, either be it on the app for the salesperson, where they will literally get a matrix view of that product and be able to order, say, multiple sizes and colors in the same way at the same time from one screen, or obviously online, where a number of options may be chosen at the one time. We also then obviously respect completely the different pricing for different options, different images potentially for different option combinations, and obviously the stock levels in the same way. So sales orders into Business One then are live and fully correct, and the presentation to the customer is clear and easy.
Excellent, thank you, Graham. I've not had any further questions come through, so I'll just give the audience one more opportunity. If there are any questions, please type those through now. And I'd just like to thank you, Graham, for presenting today's webinar. You've given us a very valuable insight into the technology and, more importantly, how it can help our partner network to become more effective in positioning SAP Business One in the cloud and all the surrounding benefits you offer there. So I'd like to thank yourself, and also to the help Lindsay's offered in preparing for today's webinar. As I mentioned, we run these on a monthly basis, last Wednesday of the month. And if you'd like to keep an eye out for future sessions, please do feel free to visit our LinkedIn page. We have a dedicated Cloud for Partners LinkedIn page, as well as a Ascari LinkedIn page. And we also advertise any future broadcasts on Twitter. Just a final note, if any of the delegates were not in a position to attend, or if indeed you'd like to revisit Graham's presentation and demo, we also have a dedicated YouTube channel which is available for Cloud for Partners, and I'm sure that Aphix Software will also be in a position to provide a follow-up after today's session. Once again, thank you very much for everyone's time. Before I wrap up, I just wanted to check there is one final question. It is from Oladutin, and it's referencing crystal reports attached in SAP Business One modules. Can you view through this medium? Is that something you're in a position to answer at the moment, Graham, or is that something maybe you'd like to approach offline?
Perhaps offline, yeah. So just to say, I guess the power of the integration is that all of the data is obviously sent back to Business One. So if the question is around, can Crystal reports be used to then report on, for example, e-commerce transactions, etc. later? Yes, but if that's not the question, I'd be happy to take that offline.
Not a problem at all. And just for your reference there, Aladutin, if you want to come back to me directly with any further thoughts on that, obviously I'll share those with Graham and Lindsay at Aphix. One final point as well, Graham and Lindsay, just wanted to mention we've had some feedback from Colin Cooney. Thanks guys, really enjoyed that, very informative. So I think it's mission accomplished. Once again, thank you very much for your time today. Graham, it's been a pleasure working with you on our webinar, and obviously we look forward to following on with any discussions around any partner interest or any specific customer queries there. So thank you very much for your time today, and to our audience, have a great day, and we look forward to joining you for our next webinar this time in September. Bye for now.